Okay guys, so this part of the syllabus requires you to look at how a high-income country disposes of its waste, and it's a national level case study, and the case study we're going to look at is Germany. In front of you you can see a divided bar graph that looks at the different ways that Germany deals with its waste. There are three main ways that Germany deals with its waste. That's landfill, incineration and recycling. Just remind yourself about that waste hierarchy and which is the best. First one I'm going to talk about is landfill. Now you know the problems of landfill. It's dirty, it's smelly, and it produces a lot of methane. And it's also a waste of resources. Germany puts an awful lot of its waste into landfill. Now you might think it's just a big hole that you fill up with rubbish. In fact it's not. It's actually quite a complex process. And if you have a look at this diagram here, you can see that there are lots and lots of layers that they need to put in to make sure that the nasty chemicals from all the waste don't get into the water. You can jump in and have a look at that diagram in a bit more detail. You remember, of course, methane, which also from farting cows also comes from your landfill. That's not good at all, and the methane can be dangerous. What Germany is starting to do is, as you can see here in this diagram, they're starting to take off the methane and to use it to generate electricity. You may be wondering why on earth there are all of these big holes. They're quarries, so they're actually filling up quarries with rubbish and then covering them over, and it's a kind of bizarre form of regeneration, but it does cause a lot of problems, and one of the biggest problems is pollution of the groundwater. And you can see here that water is actually coming out of a landfill site that hasn't been managed properly, so that's not good at all. The other thing they do, if you've got really nasty stuff like nuclear waste, here you've got the example of a German nuclear fuel repository. It's actually the Konrad repository. That's deep mines, 500, 600, 700 or 1,000 meters below the surface. They use those for their nuclear waste. They're filling up though, guys, and you've got to remember that Germany, along with the UK and the USA and Japan, is exporting a lot of their waste. And guess who gets it? Yes, those lucky people in Hong Kong and China actually get a lot of waste. That's not good for Hong Kong, it's not good for China. It's certainly not good for the global environment, so Germany needs to come up with some alternative ways of dealing with its waste. One of these that the next online lecture will look at in more detail is incineration. You will get another online lecture about incineration, and of course our good friend recycling. Okay.